Hello, art students. Today we're going to be working on a textured dragon. Here's my dragon. Notice all the parts of the dragons have a texture. Some parts of the dragon might be bumpy or dotted, maybe even some stripes in there. So let's get started. We will need one piece of paper, a pencil, along with a black outlining tool. Next we'll need some coloring tools, but you do need crayons today. You could use colored pencils, but you cannot use markers. With our pencil, at the bottom left corner, draw a circle. Make sure you leave enough room for the nose of the dragon and some fire coming out. Now I'm going to do a big squiggly line for the dragon's body. Notice there's one big bump and then a little curve up. Now at the back, I'm going to start with the tail going up and back to the head. Now that I got the body, I'm going to start working back on the head. I'm going to do some spikes behind the dragon's head. Once I finish with my spikes, I'm going to do the dragon's nose. I want my dragon to have an open mouth so it can look like it's breathing fire. Drawing my fire with zigzag lines. Now that I have the dragon's head almost complete, I'm going to erase the circle so it looks like one head. I'll also need to add a nostril and dragon eyes. Just one eye on this side of the head. And then I'm going to finish the mouth by giving it a smile in the back. Now it needs some teeth. The teeth are just going to be 3 triangles on the inside of the mouth. Now I'm going to move on to the dragon's body. It needs some legs, 2 rectangles for the front part for its front legs, and 3 curved lines for the toes. I'm going to do the same for the back. 2 rectangles for the back legs, and 3 bumps for the toes. Now that I have its legs, it needs a spiky back. I also wanted to add wings to this dragon. The wings on this dragon is going to start with a line for the top of the wing and a zigzag line for the bottom of the wing. Now my next wing is going to be on the other side of the dragon, so you won't see it come out of the body. You'll just see it behind the body. Now it's time to draw the spikes on the dragon. The spikes again will be a zigzag line on the top part of the body. When I pass over the wings, I want to go in front of the back wing and do not go over the front wing. Then I'll finish right at the tail. Now that I have my dragon with spikes and wings and breathing fire, it's time to outline the dragon with my black outlining tool. I am using a marker today. I'm going to go over the body, making sure I don't go over the front wing, but I do go over the back wing, and just continue around the entire dragon's body. Wherever I drew with pencil, I'm going to be drawing with my black marker right on top. So I'm going to speed up the video here. If you want to pause it at any point, go ahead and pause it. Now that I'm finished outlining all my pencil lines, I'm going to draw something in the back. I might do some grass, maybe even a sun, and some clouds. When it comes to adding texture to our dragons, each part of our dragon is going to be a different texture. So I found my first textured surface that I'm going to use on my dragon's head and body. I'm going to try and make sure I do not move my paper. Keep it as still as possible to get that perfect texture. When you start going over the dragon's head and body, make sure you push pretty hard with your crayon to get that perfect texture you want. Here I am at my second texture. I'm going to grab my second color for my crayon and start going over the wings. Now for my third texture, I'm at a table that has a checkered texture. I'm going to start going over the spikes of the dragon. For my last texture, I came outside to the cement. The cement is going to make a very bumpy texture for my legs and the fire that's going to be breathing out of the dragon's mouth. Now I'm back inside at my desk, and on my desk everything's going to be drawn very smooth. There will be no texture because of how smooth my desk is. So now I'm just going to take my time to color inside the lines the rest of the background. We are not worried about adding any texture, so if you did want to use markers now is the time to use markers. I wanted to add a little detail like the grass was being burnt by the dragon's fire, so I used brown near the fire. I'm going to be back with the finished colored in sky. Here is the finished dragon with the sky and the grass all colored in. I hope you enjoyed our textured dragon drawing today, and I will see you next week.